Feelmore510 Gallery, right up the block here from the AllDayPlay studios. How you doing, Nina?
I'm good.
Well, it's good to have you in the house. For those that aren't in the Bay Area, or actually, you know what, for those that aren't Oakland in the Bay Area, tell us a little bit about your gallery and what you do over there.
Well, what's up, everybody out there? My name is Nina. I hail to you from Oakland. I own Feelmore510 Adult Gallery, which is actually an adult store, so we named it Adult Gallery. And we're here in Oakland on 1703 Telegraph Avenue in downtown Oakland, but we also have an online presence now, so I'm really proud of it, how everything is going. Yeah.
Cool. How long have you guys been up now?
Oh, man, we started out, this is February, so this is our month, you know what I'm saying? It's like the playoffs, if you will. But we started actually in February 14th of 2011.
Oh, wow, okay, so it's about to be 2 years.
Oh, man, it seems like forever.
Yeah,
it's good stuff, though, good stuff.
That's amazing. So, how, being that it's been 2 years now, obviously you guys are doing pretty well, how has the response been from the community initially, and how has it grown? Because I'll be honest, when I walked by, I was like, well, what is going on over there? I wasn't quite sure. So how has that response been so far?
In the beginning, the response was natural, just as any business when people don't know your vision. But, as an adult store, it's just, it's interesting because you got to go through a lot more than a liquor store or a bar. So we had to do a lot. But, we had some people, and I really respect that, came through and said, hey, we didn't understand your vision, but we see your vision now, and, my bad. You know what I mean? I have to protect the team, if you will.
Right.
And so as time has gone along, we've gotten several Best of the Bay awards. We just actually won, the porn awards in Vegas. You ever heard about the porn awards, right?
The AVN?
The AVN,
okay.
Yeah. We just won Best Adult Boutique in the country. So, all over. So, that's a really good thing. But, it's just really good to be in Oakland and doing it, and just to be an example and just, stay at it. Because it's hard out here. It's hard out here. It's really hard.
Definitely for a startup business, too.
Yes.
How does your store differentiate from the other adult stores out in the Bay Area? How would you say yours is different?
Well, because I have my mother and my father, you know what I mean? Yeah. Everybody's idea is different. The DJ on the turntable is not the same DJ that was here prior to the DJ on the turntable, and so you just got to respect that flavor, that authenticity, the creative spirit that comes through. People don't think we're an adult store, you know what I mean? Because you come in there, you might get introduced to somebody, you might chill out and talk politics or talk community. So, we do a lot of things differently, and I'm very, very proud that we're sticking to what I know, what I feel, what I think is best for our business, and staying away from what everybody else is doing, otherwise, because we become everybody else, and Oakland has its own flavor, you know what I mean? Yeah. So we're gonna continue to do that.
That's great. And I've also noticed things that I don't see when I go down Broadway or whatever in the city. I see that you guys have had like daytime events. You've had live bands play out there. What is the feeling behind that? What is your, what is this? I don't want to say strategy. I want to say the
reason. The reason is because the whole feeling behind brick and mortar. Let's talk about brick and mortar. People have said, not just for my business, but for businesses, they're like, oh, brick and mortar is dying. Why are you opening up a store? Everybody's online, and but black and brown people, we still have challenges with the internet. We're still behind in a digital divide. Yeah. But I also think that for our business type, you have to be in business to show an example, because you're not going to be able to touch and feel everything out of a warehouse. Right. But our strategy behind what we're doing is basically just staying connected to the community, doing what we're doing. You know what I mean? Everything that I said that I wanted to do, and allow other people to have a jump off, because you got to have a jump off from somewhere. And sometimes it's going out in the cold, standing on the corner, but sometimes you can also open up your space and support other people, and that's exactly what we've done. And so I want to be very true, and also give a space to, because I know it's hard to get money, to get a business, to get a physical business, or get a truck or whatever, food truck. So I want to make sure that I'm doing my part.
Yeah, and the thing I've always said too is that when I worked at a record store, my favorite part, as much as, we all go online and buy stuff, my favorite part working at the record store was talking to people about music. Yeah. And you can't do that online, you know what I mean? So that's the great thing about the brick and mortar concept. Being a business here in this part of Oakland, how is this part of Uptown or the downtown, how have people embraced it? What do you feel is the future for the vision here in this particular part of Oakland?
District 3. District 3 is, it's funny. I've been down here since 95.
Okay.
Working and going to school, went to Peralta colleges, and also worked at Clark's for about 9 years before they started doing tech layoffs. So I've seen the transition. The politicians have probably seen it too coming up, but I've seen the transition. But one of the things that I like that we're here is because at night there is no retail that's open in downtown Oakland. Yeah. So our hours afford us an opportunity to be, if you will, that light, that shining. You know what I mean? The bars are the bars. You look across the street right now, it's really dark. You know, but when you look up in Feelmore, it's just a whole different beaming spirit. And I'm hoping that will encourage other retailers to continue to come down here, but also to stay open late. You know, I got to tell you, District 3 is getting hit hard with a lot of crime, and just as other parts of the city. So let's not get it twisted. You know what I mean?
Of course.
But what I want to do is also open more stores down here in downtown Oakland. Yeah. Why? Because I believe in this part of the city. I believe that this part of the city needs to have, it's brown people in here, but also great ideas that can survive. Because just because you're brown, you know what I mean, doesn't mean that you're going to survive. You know, and so I've seen that where people come in and say, "Hey, I want to support you, sister." You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
Yes, of course.
But the next thing I say is thank you, but I'm glad I got what you need.
Yes.
Exactly. So, and that's a business strategy. So I'm just, I'm just a brown girl following business strategy and learning as I go. I'm making this up. I'm telling you, I'm making this up. I'm praying and making this up.
Well, that's great. That's great to have. And it's good. We have to support Black and brown businesses. Yeah. But as Black and brown businesses, we got to know how to support our community equally. Yeah. So that's very good to know. What is the most surprising response you've gotten from anybody coming in? Because some people, I think some Black and brown people are open, and some people are a little more reserved. You know what I mean? But if you had any really pleasant surprises from people that have just been, may have initially been like, I don't know about this spot. And
I say in the beginning, or I still get it, that I get a lot of elders coming in or just outside as I'm talking to the community passing by. Right. And they'll give me tips. I don't mean like tips and what to do. Not only that, but tips and money. Right. Because I'm like, well, what is this for? They're like, well, I can't buy anything, but I want to support you. So that's how I know it's just a cold game, but there are colder people that'll come and support you. The universe will definitely send somebody if you're asking for it. So those are the best responses that keep me going. You know what I mean? I can't say nothing funny because I'm not in the business of telling people's business on a funny note.
Of course.
But I'm grateful. Even being down here, I job with a lot of the cats that are homeless, if you will, or as people call it, vagabonds, or whatever the new term is to call people on the streets. But I've been hip to a lot of game. A woman that shuffles through the street, you would just pass her by. She was like, write your book. And she was like, and make sure you write your business off as a loss. You know what I mean? You're looking at this woman like, who the fuck are you? You know what I mean? Right. But she's telling me some real stuff. And then, the other day I stopped her and I told her, I said, hey, I wrote that book. Like, you got to trust that, everybody who looks like they look isn't who they appear to be or who you appear to be. Yeah.
Most definitely. Yeah. Most definitely. Well, wonderful things to know. Yeah. Real quickly before we get out of here, please tell them where the spot is at for those people in the Bay Area, your hours, and then for those people who are listening to us all over the world, give us the website.
Oh my goodness, we're Feelmore510 is located at 1703 Telegraph Avenue in Oakland, California. We're also online at Feelmore510.com, Facebook, Twitter, Feelmore510.com. And I also shoot my own porn, so you can check that out. So it's on Feelmore510.com. We're getting ready to have another Feelmore510.com. You know what I mean? This is, I'm so happy. My thing is trademarked now.
There it is. It's Feelmore, right?
It's Feel, F-E-E-L, M-O-R-E, 510.com.
Okay. Yeah. There it is. So don't be hesitant. You know where to go if you need to handle those things. It's really good to meet you. We've been neighbors now for a couple of years. Yes. Working here, you're right up the block. So thank you for coming through. For my peoples out there, go support Nina in the Feelmore 510 Gallery right up the block from here at the AllDayPlay Studios in Oakland. Much love to you, Nina. We really appreciate you.
Much love. I appreciate you guys. Thank you.
All right. Thanks a lot. We're going to keep it moving for a couple more minutes. Beyond Decibels is on the turntables. Happy birthday. Rest in peace.